Robbery prevention. Among all the possible robbery scenarios, providing a safe work environment is a cooperative's moral obligation to all of its employees. Preventing co-op robbery, on the other hand, is a shared responsibility. Community policing has never been more vital than today. A community police partnership can reduce the threat of robbery and workplace violence. Now here are the 10 robbery prevention. First, limiting incidents of robbery. The priority is to reduce the number of robberies. This reduces the risk of employee injury while increasing the probability of apprehending the offender. A workplace under obvious surveillance will surely push away criminals in the area. Request for police visibility near the co-op office. Now under these, we have defined theories. In defined theories, people have innate desire to protect or defend space they occupy. It involves the use of pavement treatments, landscapes, signages, and fences to define and outline the property, and thus personalize and protect such spaces from illegal use. The second one is control access to unmonitored property. It tells us that the property barriers make it more difficult for potential offenders to commit the crime. Installing locks, windows, doors, fences, walls, landscaping barriers, and security systems will discourage public access from unmonitored areas. After setting up how to limit the incidence of robbery, we need to regularly maintain the property. This is because a well-kept space that looks like it's owned by someone who cares about the property will attract people who don't belong there. A good image can be a big deterrent to people doing bad things. Lighting pictures and other landscaping accessories should be checked out often. Third, in providing a safe workplace is to keep cash on hand at minimum amount at all times. Limit the amount of cash in the possession of the cashier or the teller, collector, or at the vault treasury. Next is to develop a cash or handling system. Require employees to remit money as soon as possible once the limit has been surpassed. Assign specific staff to collect cash that is more than the limit from the teller. Keep excess cash in your anti-hold-up unit when busy and move it to your locked teller compartment in the vault as soon as possible. Identify key custodians for vault and cash drop points. This should address problems regarding cash distribution and retrieval and should provide the co-op with a daily monitoring report on cash movements. Establish a disciplinary procedures for employees that violate the system. Hang large posters inside your co-op that will let members and other customers know you don't keep large sums of money. Never write down safe or vault combination or computer passwords that can be accessed by the others. Next in preventing robberies is to make the co-op visible to the outsiders. Natural surveillance is important. Do not clutter windows or glass doors with signs or posters that will prevent people from the outside see the inside of your office. It would be best that people can see from the street or sidewalk the ongoings inside the building. Keep your business neat and clean. Don't arrange displays and stock that create hiding places for criminals. Arrange displays in a manner that will ensure good visibility from the main work area and from the outside. Ensure that lighting is adequate inside and out of your building. Immediately repair any broken or flickering lights and fix as soon as possible. Next is money securities. Ensure that collectors and bank liaisons are adequately bonded and covered by robbery insurance. Co-op likewise must have provisions for cash, money securities insurance for inside and outside the premises. The next item is to prevent crime is to monitor access from the office. Do not admit strangers to the co-op before or after working hours and during lunch breaks. Lock the doors at closing even if customers are still present. Unlock the door for each customers as they prepare to exit the co-op. If the co-op operates late at night, limit access through a single door. If an access window is available, lock all doors and conduct business through the window. Ensure that all doors locked are working, and control access to keys to the office. Next is to stay observant and report immediately any suspicious behaviors to the police. Apart from the normal vigilance during office hours, the co-op must consistently be on a red alert situation, particularly when there are only a few people in the area, such as during opening hours, closing hours, and lunch breaks. Take note of suspicious behaviors within and outside the co-op office. Observe and make brief identification notes on any person you suspect. Example, anyone loitering or giving undue attention to your operations or your security equipment layout. Loitering outside the co-op premises, excessive restroom travel, and other diversionary tactics. Next is emergency numbers and complete address. Post emergency numbers of relevant offices and their complete addresses near each phone. And do not hesitate to report at once any suspicious persons to the police department. Last, alarm and surveillance cam. Know the location of all alarms activators and how this operates. Consider setting up surveillance cameras to deter future crime offenders. Have at least 2 employees working at the same time at all co-op operating hours. This contributes to creating a safer environment for staff as your co-op will be less of a target for offenders.